there? This is Wake Angel 2001 coming at you with another commission for Tekka Spike. He's getting married in October and he wanted a Sonic the Hedgehog themed wedding cake topper. This is going to be a thing that I'm doing for the rest of my life. The basis for this wedding cake topper would be a classic Sonic the Hedgehog and Blaze the Cat. You may notice that Sonic's shoes are already black. That's because they're left over from the first wedding cake topper I made. I painted them black before I realized that the guy wanted to keep the red shoes. So I swapped out some red shoes there, and I've been having these black shoes ever since then. But then Tekka Spike wanted the shoes to be black, so hey, look at that! I already had them. Alright, so the Sonic figure being turned into a Groom is a pretty simple affair. It's simply a mod to his body, sculpt on a charming bow tie, the tuxedo flaps, a cummerbund, and some coattails, and then paint it up. The difference between this Sonic and the previous Sonic is that he is wearing a silver vest instead of just having a plain white shirt. Besides this, everything else is pretty much just repaint. The shoes and arms are repainted, and everything else is just left the way it was. And that is Sonic as a Groom. So let's go ahead and make that bride figure. So we start off with that Princess Sally figure I made a while ago. Oh yeah! Yeah, this is a cake topper that has a classic style Princess Sally as the bride. Yes. I wanted that to be a little bit of a surprise for all you guys. Isn't that just awesome? I remember the correspondence, when they asked for the cake topper, they said that they liked the classic designs, but they liked the pairing of Sonic and Sally better. So I said, well, you know, I can just make a classic style Sally for you. And the thought had honestly not occurred to them. They were completely ecstatic when I suggested it. So that's what that classic Sally was made for all those times ago. That's right, I made a complete Princess Sally figure just so that I could make it into a bride figure later on. And you guys were none the wiser. Here is Princess Sally beginning her conversion. First, I painted on a bodice. This would be like, you know, the part of the dress is painted on. You know, front and back, it's low cut at the top. And then I used that little hem of fabric that I used to make Amy's dress to make Sally's. It hugs her body a little bit closer because she isn't already wearing a skirt like that classic Amy was, but it did make a little tail hole. She also has a little rhinestone stuck into her chest to be a brooch, like, because the design they gave me had a necklace thing going on. Then I make her veil. That's that lacy veil fabric. It has a name which is completely slipping my mind right now, along with a tiara, which is made from epoxy sculpted into that little valley of her hair between the front and back bumps, I guess you'd call them, with some more rhinestones added to give it that cute little shiny I'm wearing a tiara look. The veil is double layered, so you can fold it over her face like, you know, a veil. And then she just needs a little bouquet of flowers made from craft foam and the tip of a toothpick. I went to like 5 or 6 different stores trying to find that little mini basketball hoop I used to make the Green Hill ring last time, and I couldn't find it. The closest thing I could find was this little drum ping pong thingy. Yeah. That fly to the sky thing sounds like a little snare drum when you hit it with the ball. So yeah, I cut out the middle of the thing, made it gold to be like a special stage ring, and then I stuck it onto a styrofoam base, which was painted to look like the texture maps of the grass and rock from the Green Hill Zone, with some iconic Green Hill flowers. We all know why I use Green Hill. It's the first Sonic stage, it represents beginnings, and you know, for a couple who's going to start their lives together, it seems to have a pretty significant origin, especially if they're both Sonic fans. All that remains is to mount these Sonic and Sally figures onto the Green Hill base. They're simply held on with hot glue, and technically they're both still articulated action figures, so they can be posed around while standing on the base, and if they were so inclined, Tekka Spike and his fiancée can take them off the base and have a little bride and groom action figure of Sonic and Sally. Pulled back so you can see the entire wedding cake topper. It's, cute. I like making wedding cake toppers. They're very cute. You make a little girl wearing a dress, you put Sonic in a tux. It's just so adorable. Alright, so this is Toy Customizer Wake Angel 2001, wishing Tekka Spike a very happy wedding and many happy years of marriage. Okay, and I'm signing out now.